Hey guys, can you hear me in the main room? I had a almost like a power surge hit my computer and everything got knocked out for a second. Just want to make sure you guys can. Okay, thanks. Can't get back into YouTube though. Okay, thanks. Jesus. Hey, Pepe, are you around by any chance? Hmm. Well, guys, I'm going to take over here. I cannot get into YouTube. When I had that, I don't know if you guys saw, but my screen went blank for a second or so, and I got knocked out of the room and also out of YouTube. I started a new YouTube. I thought I was getting back into YouTube for with him, but I'm not. Pepe, I don't know if you're around because he's probably wanting me to take over at 1 o'clock, but I don't see how I can. I've started a new stream and I've slacked him, but he hasn't answered. Guys, INHD. Oh, he can't open it. Can you tell him then if would you mind just telling him that something went wrong? I can't take over for him. I don't know. Unless he yeah, I don't know how to, take over for him. So he can just leave, and I'm in a brand new stream, I guess. And he can't open his Slack right now. That's hilarious. Okay. Thanks a lot. Shoot. I was talking to Pepe. I had the alert for 4:22 for INHD. Let's see if it pulls back just a little bit. Do we have an expert in back testing? Depends what you mean, Rick. I mean, I can show you how you can start it, but if you're asking, well, okay, I've got a you can't see my screen. Okay. You know what? Can you hear me though? Can you hear me? Okay, so anybody who can hear me but cannot see my screen, you probably have to do a refresh. Okay? Maybe do a refresh. Oh, Paul, you're saying he hasn't been able to see my screen for a while? Oh, yeah, might have to maybe change browsers then, Paul. I thought it was because that I had a little glitch in my computer. It almost like a power surge came through. Yeah, so there are some that are not able to. So that is where I'm not an expert. Okay, Rick, in terms of the stop loss. I mean, there are a ton of those stop losses there. Um, I think like the low of the day, things like that. I mean, there are way too many, in my opinion, Rick. Okay, way too many. It's so confusing. I see what you're looking at now. Yeah, I agree. They probably don't work as expected. The one that I know people want is the trailing stop, but I think you can only do it as either a percent or a dollar value. Maybe it's the percent. So I'm certainly not an expert in that. Exact. I was hoping it was something a little simpler, but I've seen that question for years about trying to use all of those different filters as a stop loss. Now, okay, one thing, Rick, if you're trying to do it while the market is open, it's not generally, I mean, I even though I have demonstrated the back tester sometimes while the market is open and it has actually worked not badly, it's sort of it's more designed to work after hours, of course. So I don't know what if it's crashing. I'm not saying that is the reason, but it's not generally used during market hours. In fact, it's not designed to be used during market hours, but so I'm not sure that's why it's crashing. You know, you might want to send, I mean, Chris is more of a, well, I don't know if he's an expert in back testing, but hardly any of our customers back test. But you can always try sending an email, okay, to Chris. Oh, you lost it? When you say you lost you mean you lost the actual scan that was producing that? When you say you lost it, what do you mean by that exactly, Rick? Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure, except I don't think all the original people are still there, Kathy. But oh, thank you. Okay, thanks, Kathy. Okay, so I guess we're good in YouTube. Ah, when they so and you had not say, you know, I'm not dumping on you, believe me. You had no, I'm talking to Rick in our main room. So you didn't have a chance to save it, is what you're saying, before when the program crashed. Okay. Um, it might be, Peppy probably knows. If you click on, just give me one moment. Get rid of my announcement up here. Okay. You know, a lot of things have happened. Just give me a moment. I'm going to have to do a trade ideas is okay, but my this program here, I'm going to have to end the task. There we go. So just give me one moment, okay? Okay. See if it's here. Okay, recent settings, just see if see if it happens to be up in here. So let me do that again. So go to an alert window, okay? Go to an alert window, or actually just do this. Go click on new and then click on alert window, okay? I'm talking to Rick. And then you see where it says current setting or recent settings, explode that, the little plus sign, and see if it's there. You might get lucky if it's there. Or how about there, Pepe? Could it be there? Could it be there also in the recent settings? Especially if if you haven't loaded so many, it could be there. It'll say alert, alert, not all the other ones, but alert, 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 alert. Check that. Okay, so it looks like you found it. What you're displaying looks like you may have found it. Could be here though, because if it's recent, I mean, it's the most recent one. So if you just did it today, I mean, it could be. Again, all you have to do is click on New Alert Window, and then click on the strategies, or the strategies is right there, and then click the plus sign on the recent settings. It could be there. Well, do you remember? So you don't remember what you did then? You don't remember what filter values you used? Well, I don't know if they're all the same. It might be just recent. I don't know. It looks, or maybe those are all the back tests you did with it. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that. If maybe I know Pepe, and you could probably see all this. Are these all the back tests he did with it, or these are all the? Just not familiar with that. Yeah, I'm just not sure. I mean, listen, obviously the thing to do, but it's hard sometimes. I mean, you get all, you don't save a scan immediately necessarily. If you had saved it to your computer as an example, or if you saved it in, it's all Jose's fault, or if you'd saved it to the cloud, but you didn't. Obviously, you did not save it to the cloud. When you save things to the cloud, you'll get the same ones over, but it's timestamped, so you can see the recent ones, like the last one you saved. So if you make some variations to the same scan and you save it to the cloud, like you can have the previous ones still there because they're all timestamped. But I'm sure you did not save to the cloud. Oh, you're talking about the CSX, which is, of course, a railway of some sort, right? A provision. So it's not a railway exactly. Oh, a traditional rail service. Okay. Man, I look at my exits on OPAD now. Hard to look at. Wow. And you didn't save to your computer also, eh? You didn't save anything, did you? File? You didn't save, save layout or save the scan to your computer? There's in the cloud, of course, and then there's to your computer itself. I could go right click, save as, give it a name, and then it's going to go into my then that's on my computer. You didn't do that either. No, but well, okay. I mean, it could be if you did it though. If you did it, then you'll see in load or load window, right click load window. You'll see everything that you've done if you actually did it. But it sounds like you didn't save it though to your computer either. But if you did, then that's where it'll be. There's file load window, load load window. So Pepe also suggested that you take a look at your the folder, the backup folder, wherever that is. Okay, so Yael, you have to go into Brokers Plus. Give me a moment. I wonder if I can use it yet. So right now, how are you trying? You're just clicking on the buy. You're just clicking on the buy or sell button, right? The problem is I'm not going to be able to demonstrate it because there's a bug. Believe it or not, well, not well. There's a bug still not loading here. Well, you see, somewhere it's going to say all accounts, okay, and you want to click on. But the other thing is you have to assign one of your strategies to a long strategy and a short strategy. Okay, the buy and the sell. Unbelievable. I can't, it's not, I have to, hopefully this gets fixed by the time, you see this is on. So what I should see the buy and the sell button that is clickable. Right now it's not for me. And I'm in simulation mode. Give me one moment, please. Crank call. Because you should be able to click in the positions or the accounts you see, you should be, I'm so sorry because I can't demonstrate it. Account all accounts, and you should be able to click on TI paper trading. So that'll go into your paper trading account, but you also have to assign one of your long strategies as the buy button. You know what? I mean, this is all being changed, Yael. It's all being changed. It's way too convoluted. Okay. But if you're talking, you don't have trade ticket. You don't have trade ticket up here, do you? What I'm pointing at trade ticket because you're talking about in the simulator, right? You're not talking about. Okay, you're not talking about trading live. You're talking about in the simulator because before you. Okay. So if you right click on a chart, oh, here's the buy and sell on the daily, just not intraday. It's great. Um, if you right click on your chart, is use browser interface checked? If you see what I'm pointing at, it is checked. Hmm. Maybe this is not available for you guys yet. Well, but it's here. You see, look, Pepe, it's here. Buy and sell is not grayed out. It's only an intraday. And I do have an on, and I have an on for the long strategy. And here now, you know, you've got to go into and edit the trading strategy. Yeah, look at this accounts. Oh, it's way too complicated. Guys. Doesn't matter. Yeah. See, yeah, but look, Pepe. Buy and sell are here. They're not grayed out. They're just grayed out intraday. Oh, I see what you guys are talking about. Yeah, posting your email in here. It's just not recommended. Okay, it's just not recommended, guys. I mean, it's not that you're not allowed to, but it's probably not best. No, I'm going to wait. You know what, Pepe? I'm just going to wait for the beta that's coming out that has the money machine and simulation and all. I'm just going to wait. It's supposed to come out a couple of days, so I'm just going to wait for that. I should have done it Friday afternoon. I forgot. I forgot. I could have done that. Reinstalled and seeing if that solved the problem. So, Yael, that is how. If you hadn't done this already, again, in the strategies, you've got to assign one. But Pepe, I thought you guys had trade ticket now. Do you not have trade ticket now, or is it still? I'm still in development mode that you guys don't have trade ticket yet. Yeah, you have it. Okay. So so Yael, you said you couldn't see trade ticket. Enable trade order entry. That's it. Okay. Oh, it is. Okay. Did you do that? You have to enable it. Do you see what I did, Yael? I went to the little three dots up here, and there's a whole bunch of things you can do. One of them is enable trade order entry. Check it. Then you'll have the buying. Then you'll have the ticket up here, trade ticket. Now, without having to do anything else, you can practice trading, and it's in the TI paper trading account, bypassing all the nonsense you have to do within Brokerage Plus. Okay, you don't see the three dots. Okay, now is it possible? I'm going to try something here. I'm going to duplicate this screen. So how big is your okay, you might have to grab the right-hand side of your chart. So you see what's happening? I'm pointing and pointing, and when it changes, when the cursor changes, then I just left click and I start grabbing, 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 and then three dots appear. So you said you saw the trade ticket, but not the three dots. You probably have to stretch it out a bit more to see the three dots. You can always get back to the size you want, but you'll have to be able to see the three dots. Probably just because your chart was too small. Because if you see, it's just, yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of, and remember, you have to have browser interface has to be checked. So when I uncheck it, see, everything disappears. So I have to right click, use browser interface. And I think it's just a matter of maybe your chart is too small. Okay. You see what happens when I reduce my chart. I don't see the dots either. So just go to the left-hand side of your chart. When the pointer changes to that icon and hold your left click on the mouse, hold it down and stretch it out. Does that work? Tell me it works. These three dots right there, I'm pointing right at them. Now the buy and sell are showing up. Why would you not see the three dots? Let me just see something here. So do you have all this information up here? Maybe like the three dots are here. Do you have all this other information like revenue and cash and current debt, etc.? Okay, so if you can you see the little up arrows that I'm pointing at, the little up arrows? That'll get rid of all that. And then the three dots are still there, but they're down below. Okay, I get rid of all this because I think it's just so redundant. I don't personally need all that. So there's two little up arrows, and I just click on that. That gets rid of all that, and then the three dots should be very evident right beside it. Now they're little two down arrows. And the three dots are right beside it. And the only reason you won't be able to see it, I think, is if your chart is too small. Because when I shrink my chart, yeah, I can't see them either. But I just have to grab it and wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Yeah, before you do that, are you on the latest beta? Eventually, all this will go away. Everybody will be at the same. Maybe you're not on the latest beta, Yael. Okay, it's simple. Don't reopen the layout. Don't do that. Don't do. Okay. You think you are on the latest beta? When you click on help and about, what do you see? Help and about. Click on help and about. What is the version number that you see? Now I'm on a development version. I think the beta is 109 also, though. I'd have to go to the home page, but okay, 108. So you should be on yours should say 5.6.108. Ah, that's why. Okay, that's why. So you're not on the latest beta. So, oh, even 104. Okay. You definitely have to load the latest beta then. Go to our homepage. Hmm. You're on the beta Friday and crashed twice. Well, that's not good. Oh, that's why I guess I have a white background. I don't have a background. Well, then if it crashed, try it again, Yael, try it again. Hopefully, it won't crash. Okay, guys, KDP now is working its way down again. Right, I've had the one trade today, the OPAD early, and that's it. Been a busy day. No, you don't have to build from scratch. I'm sharing virtually everything you see here, Paul. Okay, in fact, not virtually. I am sharing everything you see here. So, not as a layout, but as individual pieces of information. Because they're not all, none of them are what we call scans. All right, but if you click on my homepage link and then scroll down, you see where it says scans. So it's called most percent up, but it'll also show you stocks that are down the most. Okay, that's this one right here. Now I'm not sure. I don't have it on my homepage. You don't have to have this one. This is just an offshoot of this. All I did was I added some a market cap to it. So you're seeing these are more large cap stocks. But this is what you'll see in the most up. This is the one you'll see. The biggest gainers from the start of the race is here. The Halter Zoom is here. Single stock window is here. Now I'm not sharing my charts. I mean, charts are sort of personal. I mean, you may not want a 5 and a 15 in a day daily. So I think it's better that you load charts and get whatever time frames you want. But if you're just looking for the actual information from here, then this one, and this one. No, I don't have that one on my homepage. If you wanted it, I can show you how to do it. It's just sort of an offshoot of this. It's the large cappers. I mean, I can show you anybody who wants these large cappers also. Yeah, it's not a bad one, guys, with no news that I can see. The INHD, no news that I can see. Hmm, that little function has disappeared. Yeah, oh, no, here it is. So that's the news for Flora. Wow, that's your news. Unsolicited. This is what. William is talking about. So the company received an unsolicited offer from the CEO, from a group led by the executive chairman and CEO, to take the company private. Well, I don't know how. What's been the high of this one? Oh, so this stock was at one point. I mean, not well. This is back in well, it's 2021. Okay, but even a few months ago, it was up at $4. I wouldn't be too happy. On the other hand, this looked like a dead, dead, dead. So I guess they get if you were one of those buying up here, you're getting about half your money. Yeah, I really haven't followed the overall market today. So yeah, the SPY went green barely, and then it rolled back. As you said, the Dow's been down, and the Qs are, have done nothing. All day long, I've seen Tilray just dropping a little bit here and there. How is MSOS doing? No, okay, well, it's MSOS. Let's take a look at MSOS because that's the cannabis ETF. Yeah, it's still kind of alive. Wow, that's I'm going to I'm going to ask I'm going to put it in the support our support. Okay, internal support. Pepe, you're probably on the beta, right? Or no? Did you not? Did you back it off also? You're on the beta, okay, and no problems. I mean, I know there's been some little bugs in it that you have found, but overall, it's not crashing on you. Hmm. Wonder why for Yael it is crashing on you. Rick, how about you? Well, you just said you lost it. It crashed on you also earlier. Hmm. Well, hopefully the beta that's coming out or the production version, whatever it's coming out this week, hopefully, Yael and others, it'll work better for you. It's so difficult, when it seems to be stable for most, because I see all the emails that come in. Well, that's a good point. So, Yael, just out of curiosity, do you have a lot of top lists open by any chance, or would you know? And really, if you click on new, or sorry, if you click on Windows, just if you click on Windows and then show all, are there a bunch of windows that you didn't realize you had up and running by any chance? If you click on Windows and then show all, or are you just seeing? Okay, that's it. You, that should be okay. I mean, yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, look at my old computer. Well, hopefully, again, the beta that comes out in a few couple of days, hopefully that'll solve it. Yeah. So what Pepe is saying is that if you right click and not did do it with the like you probably, but you only have two races. That's it. That's all you're running. You're only running two races. That's it. But I thought you said you had the momentum scan too. Not that that should matter. Okay. Yeah, that shouldn't matter. Well, that's why I had to stop running races, Rick. In fact, I had to stop the other one. It's been okay today, just winning one race. But you're right. The races task the CPU pretty hard. So how about doing this? Yeah, yeah, L. Save your races. Okay, save your races. Right click and yeah, but you didn't even know about races on Friday, did you? Yeah. So that's yeah. It was crash. The beta was crashing for you on Friday. I could ask you things about how much RAM you have and all that sort of stuff, but it shouldn't matter with just two races and two scans. That shouldn't matter. And you promised me that when you clicked on Windows and Show All, you didn't see a whole bunch of other ones. Okay, well maybe try to. But she just did, right? I mean, just reinstalled, not reinstalled, but yeah, that is not. Now, out of curiosity, in your top list window, okay, just out of curiosity, it shouldn't matter, but in your top list window, if you right click on it, and now this is not a top list, but it's the same idea, time frame, and then a little box pops up and set record count. What does it say for record count? If you can find that, let me duplicate the window. Okay, so now here's your top list window. If you right click over time frame, the box pops up. Go down to set record count. What is the number you've got? Six? You're not helping. You see, some put the record count to 1,000. That's the max. And even if you had two of them, that could really, really tax your system. But you're using mine, so that doesn't help. Task manager is up here. That little that's a performance monitor. Maybe if you can see, you see the little green ball, and then beside it, kind of a little chart, green chart. If you click on that, that's your performance monitor, and that's telling you, what's happening. But the task manager, yeah, I mean that is that's not in. I thought maybe you could look at the performance thing. Yeah, like you control alt delete, and then then you get a little menu pops up. One of them is task manager, and you'll get something like this. It'll show you how much each one of the programs is using. So right now, for me, TI Pro, like 1%, which is excellent. But sometimes it will jump. See, right now, Yael, I'm out of my depth. Okay, I not I know a little bit of this stuff, but I certainly don't know enough that they would certainly know a lot more than I do, and I mean a lot more. Well, let's see. I'm going to launch a race out of here. I want to see what happens to my computer. Ever understand how why this happens, Pepe? You get this small font. There we go. Okay. I got a lot going on right now. All right, guys. Well, listen, it's 1:46, so I'll be probably taking off sometime between 2 and 2:30. Unless there are questions, I'll always say later. But before I do all that, I just want to talk about my homepage one last time. All right. So clicking on my homepage link, this is what you're going to see. Here's how you can take out a subscription to Trade Ideas right now. You can use my promo code Barry1515. That'll get you 15% off. First month only or the entire year. Now, I'm told if you save my link, it'll be well, save this link anyway. That's the correct link. Correct link meaning when you go and look for my scans, you'll get the proper scans in here. Okay. The other thing I would do is scroll down a bit, click on that education section. Getting started with Trade Ideas, first thing you must do if you take out a subscription, and if you don't have Trade Ideas and you're wondering about it, I would start off the second video, very short videos. That'll give you an idea about the capabilities of Ideas, and whether or not you want to try to use this for a while, use the program for a while. Anyway, back to basics. If you are new to trading, this is for you. Back to basics, free set of video series of videos for those of you who are new to trading. The last, if you're looking for my scans and you've clicked on my homepage link, scroll down. Here they are. Okay, here are the scans that I'm currently sharing. So if you have any questions about them, just let me know. Boy, for a stock to be at, well, 25%, okay, but only 200,000 shares. Yeah, good. Yeah, Kelly in our YouTube room asked, do you have to be a member to see my scans? Yes, you do have to. Yeah, because they're part of the program. But if you have a TI account, well, when you say a TI account, you have to have downloaded either our standard or our premium service. Depends what you mean by an account. Like the free version of Trade Ideas, which is, just gives you it's a 15-minute delay and just gives you a taste of what it's all about. But are you talking about having an account with a toolbar and oh, okay. Yeah, you can you have standard. Okay. Yeah, you can look at my scans. You can have my scans. Talking to Kelly in our YouTube room. You can definitely have the scans that I'm sharing. Just click on my homepage link and go to the scan section. Now, do you know how to load when you see my scans? Do you know how to load one so you have it on your screen? If you don't, I'll show you how and anybody else. When is the new beta coming out? Sometime this week. Okay. It's got to be coming out sometime this week. Yeah. Okay. Let me, Sam. Okay. Kelly, I'll answer your question and just give me a moment. Somebody wanted, so I have something that you might want. These are stocks that are close. I mean, it's not his specifically, but you can always tinker with it. Here are stocks near. I thought I had a. Here are the stocks near the VWAP that are over, and here are the stocks near the VWAP just under. These are top lists. You can combine them though. I thought. Ah, here we go. VWAP at least 5% above or below. Okay. Now you can make a change. Okay, you can make a change, but that combines both of them, or do you just want them individually? Oh, just above the VWAP. Okay. If you just want the ones near the VWAP over, you want all three. Okay. Well, there's really only 2. Well, okay, there's okay, I see what you mean. So you can have this one, I'll share it, and you can play with them. So that sort of gives you a combination, ones that are at least 5% above or below. So this is, this is near the VWAP on the upside. Sorry, don't do that link. I accidentally hit a give me a moment, okay? I hit the backslash. Okay, so that link and then just under, near the VWAP under. So this is the link. Don't click on this link, okay? I accidentally put a slash there if you can see, okay? Don't click on that one. And then of course you can make adjustments. Okay, Kelly in our YouTube room. So I'm assuming you can see what I'm going to do. Obviously you can hear me. So, oh, okay. You know how to do it. Okay. Guys, don't forget to save your work at the end of the day, okay? If you've loaded any of my scans or you created any of your own scans and you've got some charts, don't forget you can create a layout. If you haven't done this already, you can do it a couple of ways. You can file, save layout. I'd give it a name, like a name that makes sense to you. Okay, number one. Remember, it'll if you have a layout that you're using already, it'll overwrite that one, but that might be okay for you. Other thing is file, save or share to cloud. Okay, and then you see where it says entire layout. Click it, give it a name, and save it. Now you've saved it two ways: one to your computer, one to the cloud. And at the very least, at the end of the day, when you want to exit trade ideas, you click on File, Exit, and it's going to ask you, you want to load this layout next time you load trade ideas? If you say yes, it'll save everything you've done, and then it'll load that layout the next time, like the layout you currently are running. Don't forget to save your work. Even if you think it's a minor change, it's been a tough one, guys. I mean, it's been, depending on how you've been able to trade, if you've traded it, but it's been this STSS might be the one, later. I mean, what time is it now? 1:56. So, it takes out the high of the day. The pre-market high was almost 18. So, it definitely has room to the pre-market high. I'm not saying it's going to get there, but this is one of these companies buying an altcoin. In this particular case, it is Solana, Solana, SOL. I don't use trade ideas to trade at all, Yael. I use interactive brokers. So you're talking about TWS. Yeah, I mean, I've I'm just so used to using trade interactive brokers to do my trading. I never felt the urge because as long as we you know have the external linking tool, I'm just comfortable. I click on the link and there it is in my order entry, and I just trade from there. I'm just very comfortable doing that. I don't want to. Number one, I don't want to assign. I would never do this because you have to assign a strategy to the buy and the sell, which is you know. And eventually, though, I mean, eventually, okay, the trade ticket, though, you know, eventually, I guess this, you'll be able to, I guess, trade live when you can see the trade ticket, when you get a version that's not going to crash on you. But again, I still wouldn't do it. I still wouldn't do it. No, that's me. Okay. I mean, the people I think might like to use Brokerage Plus to trade, and that's fine. And you don't have to use the buy and the sell. What time is it now? You know what I'm going to do? Well, well, first of all, I have to find the version. Maybe do a reinstall. I think I'll just wait. I mean, I'll just wait. I'll just wait. I mean, it can't be more than a couple of days. So, okay. Yeah. I mean, Trader Workstation. I mean, look, I've got a couple of, I guess I'm attached. I have Mosaic. Okay, if that makes sense. That I see classic TWS. I see Mosaic. Remember now, I'm in the downloadable version of Interactive Broker, but the older version, not their latest download. Oh, I see. You don't, no, no. Oh, I see. I'm sorry. You don't have to connect Brokerage Plus at all. I'm sorry. You don't have to use Brokerage Plus at all. The external linking that I was explaining, I'm sorry, I misread your question. The external linking that I was explaining in tools, external linking has got nothing to do with Brokerage Plus. Okay? Nothing to do with it. You don't have to have it open. Okay? Were you able to establish a link to Interactive Brokers now, though, so that when you click on a symbol, it loads into your order entry? Oh, good. Okay. Now, it'll probably stay linked. Okay, good. Paper trading is working. Okay. Well, okay. Now, when you say paper trading, are you talking about paper trading in Interactive Brokers? Because we have a, if you're going to paper trade, okay. If you're going to paper trade, I would probably use our simulator, and then in that case, you are using Brokerage Plus, but it's got nothing to do with having to. I mean, you're linking with. So what I should be able to do, I can't. Okay, but you can practice paper trading right here. You know, just your account. Some in this account box right there. It's just it. I don't know why. It's just a bug that I've got with mine. But if I disconnect, I'm going to disconnect. Click on Sim up here, simulation. See how it changed to paper trading? And now I'm connect. I'm going to disconnect it. I'm going to try to disconnect it here. See, once that box says paper trading, now you can use our simulator. You can use our simulator. You're not okay to practice trading. It's using our real-time data. It doesn't matter. It's not nothing to do with trade with Interactive Brokers. It's using our real-time data that we're getting, and you can practice trading using our simulator. I mean, if you're finding it's okay with practice like paper trading and IBK, we don't really support it though. If you have an issue, but again, what's supposed to happen is I'm supposed to click on the symbol, and it's supposed to show up here. I can pick how many I want to trade. Click the buy button and then send it. The bid ask will be right there. It's pretty simple. But listen, if you want to keep using IB's paper trader, that's fine. All right, dark, and I can't tell if that's dark iris or dark oris or anyway, DKI. Looks like this is dark iris. I don't know what they do. No profile for them at all. Started trading as DKI back here. I guess this was an IPO that day. Got up to 15. Trying to come back now, guys. I mean, it is really actually nice. Look at all the room it's got. I have to watch this one tomorrow. I actually remember this. I had a price alert set here. Yeah, it's definitely dark iris. Huh? Dark iris. What do they do? Let's see what they do. Yeah, it was definitely an IPO. $4 a share, 1.5 million shares. Probably, William. We don't have a flag yet for it. There's no China flag yet for it. So that is JW Mann. That is from Interactive Brokers. Okay, this is my news from Interactive Brokers. So if you have Interactive Brokers, it's just their news feed. But your broker should have something. If you don't have Interactive Brokers, all you do is if you have Interactive Brokers, you click on File, go down to New Window, a huge box pops up. Scroll down to News. Another box pops up. In the news wire, another box pops up, and then company specific news. Only have to do that once, okay? And then when if you have IB, if you have IB, and then when you exit IB, then you don't have to do it every time. It's the first time. Same as the time in sales. Oh, it was you asking. I thought it was somebody else asking. Sorry, I thought it was JW Man. I was in the wrong tab, asking where do you get the news feed. Yeah, that it's pretty darn good, for a free news feed. It's pretty darn good. Well, let's take a look at the IPO scoop, if we can find it here. start trading. August 8th. Okay. Oops. There, there it is right here. So if I click on it, yeah, it's Hong Kong definitely. Here we are, Hong Kong, right there. So what do they do? Comprehensive technology, operating mobile digital games, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So you can see, guy. I mean, this is. I don't think it's a record necessarily, but look how many races INHD won today. 25. EHAR a distant second at 14. And look at it go. I mean, it's still rocking here. Yeah, I mean, on the monthly chart, guys. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to get to $21, but I mean, there 2034 is the next high. Let me get to a weekly chart. Yeah, the same one. Well, 19. If we call it 20, that is the next high for. Oh man, I don't. I should have looked at this. I didn't. I didn't see this. Would have been way more interested in it. Once it took out that $172 mark, you can see why this is really. And tomorrow, because this remember this weekly bar, it's the first day of this. We're on the first day of the week, so that is basically the daily bar. So will it have? It's Williams favored as a China stock. Will it have a second day continuation? That float is right. That is a huge move. It's hard for me to believe that float's right. Yeah, see, the float is 6.9 million. We've got 98 million. Tell you what, guys, you know what? Friday, on Wednesday, when our CEO, when the CEO of Trade Ideas does his 12 to 1, ask him about the float information. I mean, the whole thing about Trade Ideas, we're fabulous at identifying these obscure stocks intraday that can give you some wild gains. But it's nice to have accurate float info. That's why I don't use the float info at all anymore. When I say the info, I don't put it as a prerequisite in my scans anymore. Well, if he tells you, you let me know, okay, Rick? I'd love to give you guys 50% off. Yeah, there's no news in this one that I can see. INHD, there's no news at all that I can see. Okay, guys, it's now 2:12. Again, I will stick it. Wow, look, look at Palantir. What a when I was first saw Palantir this morning, I was talking about it broke underneath 150, just 149, and then somebody said, "Yeah, look at the pop." It was at 152. Look at it now, 158. What a comeback! Still down for the day, barely. Crypto's had a bit of a comeback. Also, the last time I looked, it was down about 1,200. Now it's only down 126. So this is, again, if you want to trade crypto and not Bitcoin itself, but the ETF for Bitcoin, IBIT. Okay, guys, I don't see any more questions, so I think I will take off now. I run a little bit if there are any questions, but what I'm going to do is, first of all, thank everybody for all the help. Sorry for some of the technical issues we had. I'm sorry for you, Yael, for the crashing of the beta. Fingers crossed that the one that's released this week won't do that to you. Okay, so when I leave, William is going to keep the room open till I think he said around 3:45. Okay, so for another hour and a half after I leave. So the first thing I'm going to do is end the stream in YouTube. So now, before I do that, anybody in YouTube who wants to come over to the main room, just click on my homepage link. Click on my homepage link. And when you do that, trading room. Okay, that's for people in YouTube. If you want to be in the main room, I call it the main room. There's a lot more action in it. If you want to be in the main room, just save my link, and every day I have to do the same thing. So save my link, and then you click on the trading room, and you create a name and all that, and it gets you in. Okay, so I'll leave that up for people on YouTube for a bit. For those of you in the main room, so the main room is actually open at 7:30 Eastern time. Okay, 7:30. Chris Varley opens it. That's Eastern time, of course, in the morning. I get on about 9. Why so late? I live in Vancouver, Canada, so consequently, it's a little too early for me to open the room at 4:30. So anyway, Chris does that for me, and then I'm on the mic at 9. Usually, you can see my screen sometime before 8, by 8:30 to 9. I try to open our YouTube room sometime between 8:30 and 8:40. Okay, guys, in our YouTube stream, I will end it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And in the main room, I will mute